Hello. Hello. Welcome. This is going to be my critique of two videos made by a recently pretty popular YouTuber who made some committed to, let's say, controversial videos on the topic of starting a movement, which is a very brave and definitely very admirable task to commit. But there are some problems with those videos, and that's why I'm making this video, because oh boy, is there some stuff to talk about. And I already watched these videos before, so this is not going to be a reaction, nor really a commentary. You could consider this a commentary, though I'll try to be more critical of the video and try to make it less opinionated and more fact-based. But I am just one person, and be biased, and that jazz. Also, both of the videos just so happen to also have a really epic and deep and meaningful anime scenes in them, so I thought I'll have one of my own. So I thought of some of my favorite animes, and I remembered some really deep and insightful scene.
それなんだっけ？ケツとアナル？水と油よ。さあそれ、そんなゴーストどこにいんだよ。
見つかりましたわ、お姉様。何それ？ゴーストを探すにはゴースト探索アプリを使うのが魔界の常識ですわ。
ずる。
ゴーストはこの2ブロック先のウィードショップを右に曲がって、その先のウィードショップを左に、さらにその角のウィードショップを左に曲がって、そのさらに先にあるウィードショップの隣にあるダイナーにいますわ。そうと分かれば飛ばします。
Also, one more thing about the videos before we start the video full swing. I'd like to commentate on the fact that both of the thumbnails for the videos are depicting, and their depictions and their wording come off as if their author absolutely just crushed and demolished and absolutely just ruined Zesty's online presence, and that Zesty could never recover from it, and that it just Zesty was freaking over, while in fact the videos themselves reveal a completely different narrative. So it's just, clickbait be clickbait, but I think our guy Goy Golem just went 2 steps, okay, maybe not 2 steps, just 1 step too far. So let's begin.
あんた本気で新選組を作る気か？悪いが俺は近海にしか興味ねえぜ。誰が北海道占領なんて夢物語を信じる？エゾ地区を独立させたい人間は大勢いる。あるか昔からこの地に住んでいる。
We've been playing TF2 since 2011. I wonder. Also, yes, there are a lot of people who actually agree with the statement that TF2 should be reverted back before Meteor Match. But there's also a lot of people who think that it should stay as it is, and should just be, and that casual should be just improved on. And I feel like both of the sides of the conversation bring up very valuable reasons for it, but there are 2 different types of reasons, and I will elaborate on that later. But Yeah, also I think I kind of lied. This might be more of a commentary than a critique, but I'll try to keep it as unbiased as possible. Alright.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Today, we're going to be discussing the insanity of Zesty Jesus and how to actually save TF2.
Now tell me this does not sound pretentious. just a little bit clickbait, but you know, just saying.
Truth is that there's been a debate for a while now in the TF2 community of what is to be done. What can we actually do to save the game? And today I'm willing to tell you where Zesty and his cohorts go wrong.
Who are the cohorts? I wish to know. Who are the cohorts you're talking about? Is it Richter? Is it Casual? Who? Is it a man named Locke? Who is it? Who are those cohorts? Is it Gabber?
What we can actually do to fucking save TF2, because I don't want to let TF2 fucking go in the dust. I'm not going to let TF2 be forgotten. And I hope by the end of this video, I convince you to feel the same. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video around, try to get Zesty to see it. We need to fucking enact a movement. Let's fucking go. What exactly is Zesty doing wrong? Well, here's the thing. What Zesty is doing wrong is he's doing the same fucking thing over and over, and he's expecting different results.
Yes and no. Over time, Zesty has built up a reputation of a reliable information source, where a lot of people do not like his face for what he has said in the past, and he definitely did have a very loud mouth in the past. You can just check his older videos and you can just hear him screaming into the microphone, but over time he cooled down substantially. So yeah, but still his reputation remains. But I think what Zesty Jesus is doing right now is could be comparable to him punching a brick wall, but he has done it so much, persisting in it so much, that over time the freaking brick wall is starting to budge. Not because of him riling up people on his own and starting out any movement, but because he is handing over the tools, the data, the information, to a point where people are literally sending him messages or talking in the comments of other people's videos of, man, I don't like Zesty Jesus, but god damn it, does he make good points. I'll show some examples on the screen right here, but right now, but Zesty Jesus is just, his face has been stained. He due to his reputation that he built up himself, whether he likes it or not, internet being internet, he kind of handcuffed himself, not on purpose, but because of how hot-headed he used to be. And right now, all he's kind of left with is just informing people. And he's damn good at it. His analytical mind is just really, really freaking impressive. And I respect the heck out of it. Do I like his personality? Do I like the person? Do I like what he has said in the past? Does it really matter? I just really enjoy his editing style and the fact that he brings to the table.
TF2's dying, and the matchmaking sucks, and the economy that actually make Valve's a lot of money. I mean, it's just the same shit over and over again without addressing the issue. There's no funnel. There's no leading people to an actual movement that will do shit, and leading people to an actual movement that will be able to challenge Valve and fucking bring Valve to the negotiating table. It just pisses me off. I mean, I don't know how you can keep watching something like this and not, like, piss you off. I mean, I get that's what Zesty does with his videos. He wants to enrage people, make them want to fight, but fight what? Valve? What are we gonna go fucking...
Zesty Jesus is not the leader type. He has a great analytical mind, already said that like a second ago, but yeah, he is not the person to do anything of... He's just not the leader type. I do not want to insult him, not like he cares, but he's just not the leader type. I don't know how else to describe it. Basically, again, he's handing a handing over us the tools to start up and rile up a movement, but he himself just stained his own reputation to a point where he himself probably could not do anything without a lot of very intense backlash. And but the fact that he's handing us the tools of the data, of the hard truth, undeniable facts, he's basically handing us over all the tools on a silver platter. So I don't know why you're expecting anything more from him, because first of all, I think he already done enough, more than enough, and second of all, he's not the leader type. I hope that I'm making some sense.
Beat up Gabe Newell? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. He just refuses to mobilize his audience. He refuses to actually create a call to action.
Because he hasn't already scolded for doing something like that, even though he hasn't done anything. Thank you, Demo Night TF2.
As he needs to realize is, if you build it, they will come. The Chuds will come. The Chuds are like the crestfallen warrior from Dark Souls fucking 1. They are just completely beaten down. They've lost.
The chosen one. Among the figs in the fig pudding, you are the chosen Chud. You shall do and commit great things from the hands of the Chud King.
But not the Chud Emperor. That title has been already taken.
Lost all hope. You have to give them hope, and they will fight. No one,
sadly,
is gonna come fucking lead this movement unless Zesty and the Chuds unite together in order to fucking do it. No one will. Snork won't, and Dane sure won't. And claiming that so Zesty does this thing where he claims his solution to fixing TF2, to saving this kind of crisis we're going through, is to just boycott TF2. Now that
is not what he said. He said that boycotting Valve is would be an important aspect if you were to take a fully fleshed out movement against Valve, and I'll get to why boycotting is such a effective way of basically persuading Valve into doing what we want from a movement later on in the video. Later on in the commentary, I do actually have paper script right here, because I am actually not that good at immediate reacting, though the second video will be completely off script. So let's see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But boycotting, first of all, it might have came off as if Zesty said that boycotting would have solved everything, but I don't think he ever said that boycotting would save everything, because it won't. And if you have the brain processing powers beyond freaking 3 brain cells bouncing off of each other that I hope I possess, boycotting is a very effective way to push your point forward and to emphasize that what you're saying is really, really what you mean, that you really mean it, but it cannot be the focal point. A serious movement against Valve cannot be fully formed from the idea of boycotting Valve. It can be an afterthought, it can be an addition, a very effective one, which I think if any next big movement were to be made should include boycotting Valve, and to why, as I said, I will get down to later down the video, down the critique, down the commentary, whatever. Moving on.
Good solution, but there needs to be more. We need to push the envelope further. And how we do that is that we not only boycott TF2, we boycott Steam entirely. Now, you can still play War Thunder, you can still play your...
Yes, that much I agree. If we were to boycott Valve, we should reach out to other communities and tell them, hey, if you don't like the current state that your game is, help us. And in return, if you were to get any problems, we would help you. and let's, okay, maybe not like that. More so, let's be a community, like, you know, back in the day, how Steam used to function, where it was basically a community where just epic gamers used to sit around, where it was actually a community the same way that YouTube back circa 2016 used to be, where content creators actually were roughly close together, and all of the bigger creators actually used to know each other more closely than I think a lot of people realize. But yeah, Steam used to be a very, very, very close community. Close, not closed, close community. And I think bringing that back would be a really good idea, and emphasizing that if we were to make another big movement. So yes, good point. But you do not explore, you do not explain how and why that would work.
Fucking games. Just do not spend any money on TF2. Now, I'll get into this later in the video. I'm going to talk about, you know, kind of what the method.
If you don't know what boycotting means, just Google it. It's no secret. Don't worry, not knowing is not a crime.
Is what we're going to do. But this is my main critique of Zesty, is that boycotting TF2 is not enough, because only the whales and dolphins really spend that much money on this game.
Okay, this has nothing to do with the actual critique, but I feel like whales and dolphins is a really, really funny joke on, you know, trade whales in TF2, who are mostly old players who hoard all of the collectible items, if you didn't know. Okay, let's just continue.
Whereas the average Steam user, maybe he does spend $30 to $60 a month, and you cutting that out, that actually will do something, along with, you know, cutting out the money they spend on TF2. It's a double win. And we are just running out of fucking time, dude. I need to, this whole video, I hope to emphasize the urgency, like...
Yes, there is urgency, but there's also time. Don't rush it. And this will come up later, where he will say himself that urgency is important, but there needs to be preparation and actual backing of people. There needs to be debate. There needs to be some consensus. There needs to be some what was the word, compromise made to unify the TF2 community. But yeah, I do agree with that statement of that there is a sense of urgency, that we should feel that there should be pressure for the TF2 community, in the TF2 community, for making for actually doing something. Because right now, it's just infighting and the lack of a compromise. It's just... let's continue.
Of this bullshit. We are running out of time. Past the MVM update, once that blows up and goes to shit, and we do nothing...
Bold statement, but okay. We'll come back to future MVM update later. But a very bold statement, I will say right now.
With that, TF2 is done. It'll become irrelevant. TF2 will become like Gary's mod. Gary's mod is completely irrelevant. If you ever played Gary's mod, you literally get on the fucking servers.
Is it irrelevant? Is it really irrelevant? To this day, I see Gary's mod animations. To this day, I see Gary's mod roleplay without my consent on my For You page. And, has Gary's mod faded into obscurity? I don't think so. I actually considered downloading Gary's mod multiple times. Is it really? But that's not the point. TF2 is not gonna be like Gary's mod, because Gary's mod and TF2 is like comparing apples to asparagus. They're two very different things. Similar, they're both edible and a personalized experience. It's not comparing an apple to I don't freaking know, an apartment, or better experience, a lead pipe. Is Gary's mod is definitely not forgotten or neglected, especially by the community. So no, even if TF2 were to suffer the fate that Gary's mod is currently facing, it would be still a lot better than at what course TF2 is currently heading to. So, I don't know if that point is very I don't think that this specific point stands its ground.
And it's a 30-year-old guy who's sitting there fucking far, or it's AFK people, or it's a 30-year-old guy sitting in some dark RPG server reminiscing about the good old days. Like, Gary's Mod is dead. It's fucking dead. We don't want TF2.
Is it dead? No, it's not. Are only 30-year-olds enjoying Gary's Mod right now? I don't know. I'm not sitting in the community. Let's move on.
End up like that. We want TF2 to live 1,000 years. We want TF2 to be around 100 years from now. And he just failed.
Yes, that's all I have to say. I just agree. We want TF2 to live for as long as possible, being healthy. I feel like that's something that he omitted, while being healthy. Because if we were to suffer the fate that Overwatch is currently facing, then I'd much rather have TF2 be dead in the ground for how much it hurts my heart to say it right now. I'd much rather have TF2 die tomorrow. These words are not easy to say from my mouth. Than to suffer the fate of battle passes, complete death of an art style, identity crisis, senseless reboot, and just overall development hell. I mean, development hell is already... We already have that, but... No. Healthy 100 years of TF2. Then 200 years of suffering. But yeah, my point, I do agree. I'd like for TF2 to be running for as long as possible.
Else to realize that how much reach he has, dude. If Zesty mobilizes his audience, I will tell you, I guarantee we can get some shit done.
Yes and no. There would be a riling up, and then it would immediately go to the floor for what his face has come to represent. I already touched upon that. I already explained why. Continue.
Guarantee we can bring Valve to the table. Before we get into this, you need to ask yourself, why did save/fix TF2 fail? Why did they fail? Why did they not achieve their goals of saving/fixing TF2? And now you need to ask yourself this. If you had no context, if you were just a random Twitter user, or a random user who saw this, what does save/fix TF2 actually mean? Seriously, think about this. What does it actually mean?
I will agree with Goy Golem right here. Save TF2 was not very well telegraphed. It was not very informative of what it representative of what it was representative of. I'm sorry, it's late. And it didn't really explain that clearly. It wasn't as easily available of information of what it was actually about. But happily, Fix TF2 was a lot more effective in that regard. But I feel like Save TF2 did do something. It did get Valve to wake up and say and admit that, hey, yes, we freaking hear you. We will do something. Hold on to your socks, hold your horses. We will do something, okay? Just calm down, please. First of all, don't listen to them. Because while Valve might never lie, they sure do like to twist their truths and just absolutely love to not say the full sentences or just not say enough about things. So yeah, I think both Fix and Save TF2, while they weren't absolute flops, I think calling them failures is a fair assumption.
Well, are they trying to save the matchmaking? Are they trying to save past?
Yeah, I just said that. Save TF2 was just not very well telegraphed. Don't lump Fix TF2 with it, because Fix TF2 was actually very well telegraphed at what it was talking about. That much I will do my kudos to whoever organized, or to the organizers of Fix TF2. Good job, guys. Or gals. Or thems.
pastime? Are they trying to fix bugs? Does save mean more updates? So they want the heavy update? Does fix mean fix the bugs, fix pastime, fix MVM? What does it all mean? It's all just, it's confusing. It doesn't make sense. And that's the problem. There was no clear objective for the original movement. And the problem was it was basically vibes-based. There was no leadership. It was basically, we got a bunch of YouTubers together. We just basically pushed out that we got Star or whoever. We got everybody together. We made some Twitter posts. We caused a little bit of ruckus. And then it...
What did you expect? I mean, I think it's better if a movement is organic and it doesn't have just the one firm leader of it, because this is not the freaking socialist revolution that we're trying to do, or we're ever trying to do. We were trying to unite together as a community, not as one person riling up everyone behind them. So I don't understand why you're surprised. And what you're about to touch upon is that the influencers, TF2 influencers, which I am so sad that is an actual factual statement that I get to say, because there are TF2 influencers. I'm looking at you, ginger cat in a hat guy. I'm more so shocked that you're shocked. I'm surprised that you're surprised that this devolved into what it devolved into. Yeah, it does kind of suck, but influencers be influencing. They're gonna be cloud chasing. I'm a poet, I don't even know, I can best rhyme anytime.
Evolved into just influencers clout chasing, who can get the most views. It was just a clout chasing view botting thing. I mean, of course, Germa, at the end of the day, Germa was able to respond to that. And I mean, but did it lead to anything? No, it didn't lead to fucking shit. It literally led to nothing changing. Bro, but they fixed the bots. Yeah, they were going to fix the bots fucking anyway. The contractor they hired was working on that anyway. So it didn't even fucking matter. What we did accomplish fucking nothing. And I'm going to get into the next reason why I think it didn't work. And it was this popular fronts in general, which is basically a coalition of people who kind of have a similar idea. But I'll give you an example. Historically, it was Republicans, communists, and anarchists working together to fight the nationalists in the Spanish Civil War. These people all have different ideas of how to do shit. These people all have different ideas of how society should be run. It didn't work.
I don't think you know what popular front means. For context, here, I saved it. What is this? Here's the wiki. You can read it right now on the screen. Yes, kinda. And right now on the screen, I will present to you what the TF2 community consists of, which is one of the funniest images I have ever seen in my entire life, and that I could not agree with more even if I tried. But why are you bringing this up here? If you're doing your best to rile up a movement to help to save this wonderful masterpiece that this intellectual property represents, Team Fortress 2, the last thing you should be doing is blatantly spelling out that we have differences that cannot be overcome. The idea of riling up a movement from a community, a very vast and expansive community, is to reach a compromise. Why are you mentioning Popular Front? Oh my goodness.
It ended up cannibalizing. It ended up just people shooting each other. It just ended up into cannibalization. They all, at the end of the day, the fucking coalition.
Okay, it is important to talk about the fact that our community is very vast, that it encompasses a lot of different types of people, from the worst to the best. God bless Lazy Purple. May how it feels to play medic come out soon. God have grace upon Lazy Purple. But yeah, TF2 is a very, very, very inclusive community. And it has, as I already said, the darkest to the lightest. The most light, enlightened, and brightest of people that I have ever seen in my entire life. The most creative, artistic, I said artistic, not autistic, but also autistic, the most inclusive as well as uninclusive communities I have ever seen in my entire life. Would you like to know how I got into this community? I won't talk about this in this video, but I got into this community because of a single, very small aspect, a speck of dust in the grandness that is the TF2 community. And yet here I am. I love this game. It's just that TF2 brings all kinds of people together. And that you going out of your way to state that, or to suggest that a compromise is impossible to reach, you're only hurting the points that you're about to make. Again, spoiler alert.
Collapse and loss, and that's just reality. Like, if we do not have a united leadership, united vision, we cannot like make any movements.
Which you're trying to make. Sorry for the side tangents, for the constant side tangents. There's going to be less as we're going to move out throughout the video. But you're trying to make the most controversial, the most popular controversial figure in the entire TF2 community ahead of, who also stated multiple times during his public streams, who that are saved, and you can watch right now, stating that he has no interest, will, or just that he just does not want to and will never lead any movement for TF2. He will support it, as he is supporting multiple movements, or multiple projects throughout the TF2 community, like TF2 Gold Rush, bring back Quickplay, and what was this next thing? I don't remember right now, but there were like multiple things that he supported, and he got accused of being one of the leaders or creators of these projects, while he wasn't. So I don't think so. I just completely understand why Zesty Jesus would not want to be an official leader of any specific movement, all the while him just associating or just straight up supporting and shouting out certain projects immediately gets him the basically tag of him riling up or leading a project or movement. Like, I completely understand his point of not wanting to associate with anything big. Sorry, my chair just dropped. I'm fidgeting around, I'm sorry.
Successful. And secondly, what also just like poisoned the well with this whole entire leadership was just the toxic positivity, dude. It was just the toxicness of it all. It was like, bro, Valve's actually great. I had this great time with TF2, bro.
I'm not disputing the fact that you can have fun in casual game. It's just that you're waited for goddamn 10 minutes to have 5 minutes of fun. Your mind might have erased that 10 minutes because the dopamine hit only during those 5 minutes, but you still waited for those 10 minutes. Of course, I am exaggerating right now, but another point. I'll take toxic positivity 10 faults if it means I don't need to endure a milligram of toxic negativity. I cannot talk. Toxic negativity, which is exactly what is happening right now within the TF2 community, between people who are for keeping the casual matchmaking and for people who are against the casual matchmaking, where they're constantly insulting each other, where this vocal minority is destroying any constructive discussions, where this toxic negativity is absolutely ruining the actually common beliefs of the ordinary people, like, I don't know, me, where yes, I think that casual actually has some functions that are good, where yes, I can see that there are certain parts of the casual matchmaking that actually would improve TF2, but that actually are better for TF2 because they are in matchmaking. But because of this constant toxic negativity, jeez, these types of discussions are just not being enacted upon.
I had this great fucking time with TF2, bro. 30 years ago, I remember when TF2 was good. It was fun. It just evolved into people making fan art about all their favorite shit in TF2. And that does not fucking do anything.
Which is cute. Make fan art, but first and foremost, if you call yourself a TF2 fan, play community servers. Use the server browser. Because that's where you find the heart of Team Fortress 2. In the micro communities. Shout out to Skyle. Polish servers. Let's go, baby.
We need to rake fucking Valve against the coals, dude. We need to make them fucking suffer a little bit. And that's what I get the next point is that we need to pressure Valve, not only socially, that did help. I mean, we got them to leave a tweet, but but we need to not only rake them socially, but we need to rake them financially. I mean, they need to suffer both socially and financially that they get bad PR. Because
boycotting, as I think I already stated, is extremely controversial within the TF2 community. And it is a spice, not the main ingredient. You cannot use boycotting as the main reason or the main appeal for a movement, because it does not work like that. It won't work no matter what you do. You can throw it as one of the more important aspects and throw it as an enhancer, as a spice, but you just no. And then he moves into the PR stuff, which, you know, Valve has stated themselves that they hate and that they manipulate the media so that they don't get any bad PR, and that whenever there is bad PR, they have repeatedly shown themselves to be scrambling themselves and doing everything in their power to get back their good faith, to go back into the good faith of the people, so that the general public sees them as this golden standard of gaming and game service, because Valve cannot handle bad PR. And that's just a fact. If you want to, you can research it. I'll actually link it down below. A Forbes article. That's actually kind of interesting to read. Reading is good for you.
Valve hates bad PR.
At least that's what I heard.
And they're not going to like when their fucking their profits go down. So the movement I'm proposing, there's been it's kind of a underground. The movement has been kind of moving around the TF2 space, is hashtag revert meet your match.
First of all, first time hearing of it. Second of all, we're getting into the thick of it, ladies and gentlemen. And everything in between. Goals of revert meet your match. This is going to be one heck of a ride.
Simple slogan. I think it states exactly what needs to be done for this movement, which is we need to revert your match entirely. I'm talking the matchmaking, weapons balancing, or all the bullshit below that meet your match add to TF2 needs to be removed. We need to revert it. That means replacing the matchmaking with the new system, or bringing back Quickplay, and the new system will involve, well, as you know, community servers. What happened to TF2? What killed TF2? What killed the soul of TF2 was community servers dying, and there being no natural funnel.
Yes, completely agree. Community servers is how TF2 started, and it's going to be the way that TF2 goes. I mean, it's going to be the last bastion. Whether it's going to be in 2 years or 100 years, community servers are going to be the last bastion that TF2 stands on. That's how it's just gonna be.
To get people into them. And the return of ad hoc connections, and the return of the match timer, team scramble and auto balance, and just the return of the game to a natural, casual nature. I mean, we've seen a return TF2 back to the casual nature that once had. I mean, all those communities I interacted with in the past are all dead. I still exclusively play on community servers with my small kind of gatekept community.
Micro communities. That's what Meteor Match mostly took away from. It funneled all of the basically casual players. I don't mean casual players as in casual matchmaking players. I mean as in players who don't really care that much about the game and just care for playing Team Fortress 2 the game and not Team Fortress 2 the IP. and just clicked the big dumb button of play now and select game modes. And that big button being there at the top of your search, like the first thing that shows up to you, being one of the biggest reasons why community servers died. And also casual mode not supporting the server browser, because Quickplay actually supported community servers, which back in the day weren't actually called community servers. It was just a server browser where you could play official Valve hosted servers through the server browser, and you could also play community hosted servers in the Quickplay if the community servers were verified to be running the vanilla settings for a map. If the server was basically just vanilla, which was just such a beautiful integration between Valve standards for what TF2 was and community servers just opening their micro communities to basically the entire player base.
But it's just not the same. It really is just not the same. I mean, we have to bring TF2 back to casual neighbors, because that is what will fix TF2. Reverting the fucking meet your match will fix TF2. All the other like secondary issues of weapon balancing, cosmetics, all that bullshit of the Emporium, all that is secondary to the real issue. That is, the matchmaking TF2 is dog shit, and this is slowly killing the game. If we're able to solve this, if we're able to bring people back to fix the matchmaking, and not only bring people back to community servers, it will fucking save TF2, and this game will be around for 20, maybe 30 more years. What is to?
Okay, I would like to go a little back. So, where is it? Here we are. First of all, our boy Goy Golem basically states that the biggest current problem, at least that's what I'm getting at, that the current biggest problem that TF2 is facing is the matchmaking. Where I dare to disagree, because I think that while the current matchmaking, skill-based matchmaking, is one of the biggest problems, I don't think it is the biggest problems. I can actually name you, how much is it this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five, a whole handful more of equally, I'd say, big problems that TF2 is facing, like the rotting economy, new player retention, awful optimization, death of an art style, and the map bloat, which only amplifies like the current skill-based matchmaking search, the current matchmaker. Because there's so many maps for not that many players for a multiplayer first-person shooter, where the matchmaker tries to fill out as many servers as possible, and to, if somebody decides to queue up for, I don't know, Snowplow at 12 p.m., then, the matchmaker will try for them to queue for Snowplow, but there's so many other maps that are being played, there's so many other options, and so many other players. There's so much variables that the matchmaker just breaks a lot of the times, especially during new updates. If you wish to know how it is during a new update to try to queue up for even freaking MVM, then you can watch my first video. It is just absolutely horrid. Jeez. Just awful. I'm actually not the best at explaining this stuff, but I'm doing my best. I hope you can understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, matchmaking is definitely one of the more important things, but I don't think it is the most important. I feel like there are equally important topics to be discussed, including the current matchmaker. Also, one more thing. You, sir, you put the matchmaker and weapon balancing as your number one point, the literal first point in your infographic. But then the one thing that would have differentiated your movement from Bring Back Quickplay is also the one thing that you brush aside as a non-importance. as a non-important thing, as something that really doesn't matter that much. Brother in Christ, Gigi, may I familiarize you with bring back Quickplay? So weapon balancing is not the thing. So it's just the removal of matchmaking you wish for your movement to achieve. So just bring back Quickplay. Why are you creating a whole entire movement while everything that you stand for has been already done? Just shout out bring back Quickplay and make good arguments for supporting bring back Quickplay. What are you doing? Gigi, what are you doing?
Is dog shit, and this is slowly killing the game. If we're able to solve this, if we're able to bring people back to fix the matchmaking, and not only bring people back to community servers, it will fucking save TF2, and this game will be around for 20, maybe 30 more years. What is to be done? This movement cannot be... Now listen, this is important. I need you all to listen to this. This movement cannot get off the ground if Zesty Jesus and the Chuds do not work together. I'm telling you right now, this movement cannot get off the ground.
Why not? Why not? Why do you handcuff yourself like that? Why do you have so little faith in yourself? Why does it have to be Zesty Jesus specifically? I already touched upon this. He doesn't want anything to do with any movements. He might support it, if you were to make it, but he's not gonna be a leader of anything. And I'd assume you already knew that. Why not just do it yourself? Also, why are you relying on one of the most disliked, not the most hated, but one of the most disliked groups of people on the entire internet, I don't want to say it, Chuds, to be supporters of this movement? Chuds are notorious. Their entire freaking slogan is that nothing ever happens. Why are you assuming that such apathetic people would stand behind a movement while it's literally antithetical. English is hard, I'm sorry. To everything that they stand for. What are you talking about? Why? Why is it impossible? Why are you handcuffing yourself like that? You do make genuinely good points. You're on the right track. Why are you handcuffing yourself like that? That this one specific person has to help me, or else it's not gonna work. Why are you doing this to yourself?
It will not go anywhere, because think about it. What is a few hundred Chuds going to do? Zesty has one of the biggest TF2 channels. Not only that, but he also has the TF2 channel that's pushing most against Valve. And if we're able to rally with him, work with him, hey, I'll live stream with
Counterpoint, Gabber.
Zesty Jesus. I'll talk to him on Discord. I don't care. I'll be in any video he fucking wants. But
bold of you to assume that he would invite you to one.
it has to. We have to work together in order to make a plan. And next, what we need to do is we need to use the discontent from the MVM update to fuel the support for this.
Oh boy. The MVM update. This is I'll try to keep this one tangent quick. I don't think the MVM update is going to be a flop. Valve will not allow for it to be a flop. It is way too big. The expectations are just too big for it to flop. And Valve currently is doing everything in their power to make sure that the moment that they release it, the freaking economy doesn't freaking crash, and that, you know, people are not going to be very pissed off at the fact that, you know, MVM cool, casual, who cares about casual, am I right? Aussies, everybody. There's definitely going to be new Aussies. There's no way they're not thinking about that. And also, I'd like to quickly just mention a little suspicion of mine. Would you call it theory? That Valve might be doing something more with this update. You know, aside from a few bug fixes or maybe some potential balance changes, they might try making it the heavy update. It would seem like the perfect opportunity, and I cannot imagine Valve not noticing that opportunity. But it is, as it is said, just a theory. But I'll leave it at that.
movement. So what do I mean by this? Well, the MVM update is going to release. It's going to be ass, and it's going to make a lot of people mad. Right now, what we should be doing is we should be planning, planning for this. We need to be ready for this, because what we're going to do is when that update releases and it fucking kills the game and people are mad as fuck, we're going to present.
Valve is not dumb. It's not gonna kill the game. They will not allow for it to kill the game. They're not that dense. If there's one thing that I'm sure of, is that Valve is not dumb. It's not gonna happen.
Ourselves as the heroes. We're going to show our movement. We're going to have our movement, and they're going to rally behind it, and we're going to fucking save TF2. We're going to fucking actually save TF2. What else we
Love your positivity. You're hired.
need to do? We also need to spread propaganda. Propaganda meaning Twitter posts, video.
Remember, only the good propaganda. Do not consume the bad propaganda. Only the good propaganda. If you consume the bad propaganda, I'm gonna find you and make you consume the good propaganda. Remember, kids, consume only the good propaganda.
Videos, just make posts about this. Spread the fucking hashtag around. Get people to know that this movement is going to be a thing. And we also see a mass email and mass mail Valve. Now, will I think this do anything? No, but I think it just adds.
It will do, because Valve is actually listening, contrary to the common belief. Valve has to listen to their customers because there are actually a customer service company. So it would be kind of strange if they didn't listen to their customers. Yeah, they actually listen. And if you noticed anything in the last couple of years, is that Valve really does listen. They might not talk much, but they do listen a lot. And they do have a lot of ears in a lot of places. I just don't notice it as well because they don't talk about just period. But yeah, no, they will definitely listen, and it's just about the amount of pressure that we were to push on Valve. And yeah, mass mailing and mass emailing Valve would definitely. And remember, don't harass. Harassment is bad. It doesn't make you cool. It's just it makes you look like an asshole. Don't do that. Remember, kids, that's no good. Don't harass other people. But yeah, I think that would actually that is a good idea. That is a very important ingredient.
The fire that we're throwing at Valve. I mean, email fucking Gabe Newell, email all these Valve employees, send them mail to their offices. Do it. Next, we need to do is we need to ally with CS fans and Dota fans. CS fans and Dota fans are both
Yes, let's help each other. It will take a lot, but let's help each other. Let's set a precedent for each other where we can rely on each other. I already said about micro communities, even within Steam, earlier in the video, but it is actually a good thing to ask other Steam communities for support, especially in such a important matter like the longevity of a Steam property, of a Valve property. So yes, good idea, good ingredient. Continue.
Are just the next meat on the chopping block. I mean, they need to realize, this is what we need to emphasize to them, is that if they ally with us, which is basically boycotting Steam, not spending any money, this will be a blueprint. If we are successful in our movement, this will be a blueprint for them in the future. And they will know, and we will help them in the future as well, TF2 fans, but they will know this is what needs to be done to actually fucking fix your game and get what you want. On to the next point, which is boycotting Steam. We need to boycott Steam. Now, I'm not saying fucking stop playing War Thunder, or can I not play TF2? You can play TF2. Just don't spend any money. Don't buy any new games for at least a month or two. This is what I'm going to debate within this community, this movement I'm setting up, or we're setting up. But yeah, we see a debate how long it needs to be, but there needs to be a Steam-wide boycott, and for at least a month or two.
I already said that. I already talked about boycotting earlier in this video. I don't want to repeat myself. Boycotting is a spice, not the main ingredient. It's not the freaking steak in your filet mignon with mushroom sauce. It is the freaking peppercorns. But why a time frame? Why set a time frame? I never understood that with both Fix TF2 and before that Save TF2. Why a time frame? If you're going to grab Valve by their most sensitive part and why not hold them until they do everything that we demand them to do, that we all as a community agreed upon? Why not give them a list of things that need to be done that we all agreed upon, hold them by their balls, squeeze them, and squeeze them until they fulfill each and every single point on that list? Why a time frame? I never understood that. Why make a time frame?
And I say, well, how am I going to play games? Well, you can friend to Steam share you. You can play on G2A. You can fucking play Epic Games. I mean, you can play on all those platforms. And there's also other ways of playing video games. But let's get on to the next point. We need to peacefully protest, okay, outside of the Valve American offices for at least a week, or basically for a week. We're going to go there. I think they have 2 offices. I think there's one in Seattle and there's one in Washington. We're going to send the chuds out for Monday through Friday during the Valve business office hours, and we're going to protest for at least a week. And we're going to stay.
Yes, protest. That is a good idea. But the main office is in Bellevue, not in Seattle. Just letting you know.
There, and we have our sign, and we're going to basically demand that they revert Meet Your Match. And if that guy who was dressed up as Spy was able to get Valve, go to the Valve headquarters and able to get Valve to do something, I think this will be able to accomplish a lot. I think this will cause a stink, and I think Valve will really listen to us. What this will entail is we're going to contact news outlets. We're going to recruit anyone sympathetic to the cause. We still need to be leaders of this cause. Do not let this cause get away.
Again, great idea. Contact news outlets, anyone that would, any gaming channels, any gaming news outlets, even non-gaming news outlets. Just, bigger, minor news, if you know what I mean. Of like more niche news outlets for niche topics would be good. Just general media, bad PR for Valve. That is a very good, important ingredient if you were to make a big movement for TF2. Big, impactful movement.
Away from us, like the normies try to subvert it, but anyone willing to help, we will be.
Okay, just something that I want to quickly touch upon. Don't call people who play less TF2 than you normies. Don't call people who engage with TF2 non-religiously normies. I know that you mean no harm in it, but why do I feel like it's supposed to be a derogatory slur? You see, the way that I like to look at it is that I'm the insane one who cares way too much about this game, and that people who do not care for overanalyzing the piece of media that they just been given out for free are actually the normal ones, and who should be left alone, and there's nothing wrong with them. And just a minor nitpick. A personal nitpick.
Open arms to them, anybody. I really don't care. And we need contacts, news outlets, I mean gaming news outlets, all of them, Kotaku, all of those guys. And just fundraise to support the protesters. Now, this is not going to pay for the entirety of it, I imagine. I mean, let's assume we have 30 people going. I mean, this is just meant to be an assistance. Now, don't
involve any money. Let everyone work to their best of their abilities. Don't involve any money. Money is power. Power corrupts absolutely. If we're going to involve any money in a movement, especially in the TF2 sphere, inside of the TF2 sphere, it's going to get ugly really, really quickly. If you don't know history of TF2, it's all out there. Just dedicate a couple hours to reading the TF2 history, or just straight up listening. There's a lot of YouTube TF2 history videos out there, and incidents happening throughout its run, and community movements and projects. Do not involve any money. Just don't. Just contact some people who live around the Bellevue area. Ask them politely whether or not they would be willing to protest. If they will, they will. If they won't, they won't. Listen, just one guy, as you already said, is more than enough. And I feel like there's more than one guy who's willing to protest around the Bellevue area who also really likes TF2. Just a friendly word of advice.
To any fundraisers until it's kind of I or fucking Zesty or somebody says it. On to the next section. What not to do. What do we not do? This is very important that we don't fuck up here. We are trying to start a movement. We need to not fuck up. And how do we not fuck up? Well, first of all, we don't start the movement without Zesty giving it a go. I mean,
why? Just why?
We need Zesty. We need these, create a coalition of YouTubers that are on our side and are willing to debate this issue to be able to push.
Who is the coalition? Who are they? Give me their names. Who are these people? Who are you talking about? Zesty Jesus and Co? Who are these people? Who are you talking about? Who are you referring to?
This movement. I'll talk to Zesty, and hopefully I can help you guys help create the movement and help lead the movement. We need to allow. We can't allow other movements to subvert, hijack, or overlap. Hashtag revert.
You mean the same way you're overlapping, or you're attempting to overlap with the already existing movement of bring back Quickplay, right? The exact same thing that you're doing right now, right? Because as I already said, the one differentiating thing about revert meteor match and bring back Quickplay, as far as you presented, is that revert meteor match would also bring back revert weapon balancing, but you yourself stated that weapon balancing is a minor issue that should not be considered in the grand scheme of things, and that reverting the matchmaker is the biggest problem, the biggest issue to tackle. So yeah, just an observation, just repeating myself.
Meteor match, which basically means just don't split from this movement, split from the main movement. Normies, I think, might see that we're trying to like make a movement, we're actually getting somewhere, and they'll make their own movement because they don't like Zesty and they don't like the optics of it. And I'm just gonna tell you, if they do that, their movement will go nowhere. So yeah, we'll accomplish nothing. It'll be just like revert and fix, or just be like fix or save TF2. It'll be fucking nothing. It'll accomplish nothing. So just ignore them and just basically tell them like, get behind our movement, or you're either in or you're out. Now don't
no compromise. I don't like that attitude. I was about to be sarcastic and said, I like that attitude, you're hired, but no. No, seriously, don't. No compromise. You're either with us or against us. That type of attitude is not gonna get you very far. And spoiler alert, it didn't get you very far. Man, it's kind of sad because I can actually see the passion. I can feel the passion as you were making this video. Just kind of a shame, but that's about it.
dox or harass Valve developers or movement.
Again, don't harass anyone. Don't be an ass. Don't bring down others so you can make yourself look bigger. Don't be an ass.
Detractors. I mean, this is just self-explanatory. Just don't harass them. Harass them means meeting them in real life, doxing them. You can email them. Email the Valve developers. So don't harass them. Don't create splinter movements. We need to be a united front. We need to be one faction, one movement. We need to all rally behind this movement. We can't create all these splinter factions of, well, I want to call it Quickplay. Well, I want weapon rebalance. This is not like something that we need to break the movement over. We can first fucking get them to fix the matchmaking, and then later on we can decide what they're going to do. But with the weapon rebalancing and stuff, I mean, that's what community servers are for. So I don't really see the issue with that. But anyway, don't antagonize movement detractors. Ignore them. You know who. You know exactly the type of people.
I actually don't know. Don't leave it ambiguous. Please specify. I genuinely do not know. I don't know whether or not I'm stupid or not, but it's your job to explain to me, to people like me, who might be stupid, who just straight up might not know who you're referring to, about what the opposition is. And also, the literal point beforehand, before the one that you're talking about right now, was we need to be united, and the point following that is ignore them, because it's us against them. It's them. You know, I don't need to tell you. You know them. Just ignore them. That's not how you get to a compromise, you know? Just I mean, come on. That's no. Come on. GG, come on.
People that will try to dox us, defame us for this movement. You know exactly the type of people who will do this, and just ignore them. Don't try to pick fights with them. Just ignore them. They don't matter.
I don't know. They do matter. All positions are valuable if they are constructive. Don't dismiss counterpoints. Acknowledge them, and counterpoints are actually valuable, because if your argument has a weak point, that is your problem, not theirs. Because if your point doesn't stand against the most basic of counterpoints, then it's not gonna go very far. So it's very important to curate your stances, your opinions, especially things of such magnitude as entire social or community movements, what you're clearly trying to do here. Don't dismiss counterpoints. Don't dismiss criticism. Don't do that.
Don't attempt to fundraise without Zesty saying so. If one of you guys donates $1,000 to some...
All hail Zesty Jesus, the Chut King, sadly not the Chut Emperor. That's all I have to say.
like fake Kickstarter or something someone makes, and you blame me, that's not my fault. So, I mean, you just need to know. I'll tell you when we donate, or Zesty will, or any of these other YouTubers, I'll tell you what to do. Don't attempt to start a movement now. We need to gather support. We need debate. We need debate within the people that are going to lead the movement. And we need to
How do you wish to get debate if you're ignoring the counterpoints? If you're ignoring them? How do you want to spark any constructive debate, any constructive feedback if you're neglecting, or straight up, as you said yourself, ignoring any opposition? How do you wish to solve this perplexing inquiry? Spoiler alert, he doesn't.
make a concrete plan. And we need to write a manifesto that we will give to Val.
But I do agree with him on the fact that it is important to actually be organized. It actually organizing a big enough movement to get to Valve to actually do more than either write a tweet, do something that they were already working on, or to literally change one line of code. And I'm right now referring to, in a chronological order, the Save TF2, Fix TF2, and Unmute Feature Place. And if you want anything more from Valve, yeah, we will need something a lot bigger than the Fix TF2. So that much I agree. We need to gather support, debate, make concrete plans, and write a manifesto we will give to Valve. Not just that. We need to do a lot more than just that. We need to create, we need to unify, we need to come to a compromise as a community. It's not gonna be easy. Who said it's supposed to be easy?
Like a detailed, simple manifesto. We'll give Valve of our demands, what we want.
Both of you to assume that a manifesto would be simple. Last time I checked, no manifesto was simple.
And we're going to hand it to them at the Valve headquarters and basically tell them, this is what we want and this is what needs to be done. And I think this will accomplish a lot. Why I think it hashtag revert meet your match will save TF2. First of
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
all, is that this is the main issue plaguing the game, is the matchmaking being terrible. This is what actually is killing the game. And yeah, Emporium's bad. Yeah, the hats are bad. Yeah, the slop hats are bad. Yeah, the map float's bad. But the matchmaking is the real issue with this game. If you solve the matchmaking, that's the head of the snake. All the other things are, lesser issues. It not only.
What I already said, I don't think it is the biggest issue. It is a biggest issue. One of the priorities that should be tackled when creating a definitive movement. But yeah, I do agree.
Will this revive community servers, but also improve Valve servers? I mean, it's a double. It'll help not only people play on Valve servers, but also help community servers get life back in their blood. And hopefully, eventually, when whatever happens, people 20, 30 years from now, community servers will still be around. And
whenever he says revert meet your match, just envision that he says bring back Quickplay, and this video is just a massive propaganda flyer for bring back Quickplay. If you were to just do that, this video is almost completely fine.
They'll be populated. And just the spy protester was able to get Valve to make a tweet. I mean, the one guy showing up in a spy outfit was able to get Valve to do something. You don't think 30 people protesting for fucking 5 days a week won't be able to accomplish something? I say no, it will be able to accomplish something. And Valve just hates bad PR. This is just something that is known in the community, and this will cause a big stink. If not only do we get the CS and Dota fans to ally with us, not only will we be able to protest outside their headquarters, but we will really put the heat on them, and they're going to be losing money too. I mean, this is not going to look good on them. They're going to want to try to appease us, and we can't take these small appeasements. No, we have to get all of our demands, because they're going to try to do these. They might try to do these small appeasements. No,
they will. They have, and they are. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. Do not forget.
We want revert meet your match entirety. And this will provide a real financial burden for Valve. This will be an actual thing. Not only will they lose their money from TF2, they'll lose their money from just people spending money normally on Steam. And this will hopefully provide a future blueprint for other communities to follow. I mean, this will be a good, like, if in the future when people look back at this, if we succeed, they will say this is what needs to be done, and I think it'll work. I mean, I think this is what we need to do. The conclusion.
I basically agree with almost all the points that he made in the previous section. Decent conclusion. The previous one.
Without Zesty, listen, Zesty, you're watching this video and you got to this point. Without you, dude, we need to we all need to agree something. We need to start a movement. We need to do something. We need to prepare, debate. But now is the time for action. Now is the time to come up with a movement and actually do something. Without Zesty, without his clout, without his motion, we really can't accomplish anything. And if you
Why have so little faith in your own abilities? I simply do not understand that. I just do not understand that. Why do you handcuff yourself like that? Why do you handicap yourself like this? I do not comprehend that. It does not compute in my brain. It might be my fault, but I just don't understand.
you want to talk to me, reach out. I'll talk to you. So yeah, if we can't get Zesty on our side, it's impossible. There's just no future. There's no point. We don't have enough clout. And we just need to organize and, create a plan led by...
You can't make a viral video with the help of a couple community members. I don't know, some support, a little bit of a financial investment, or just straight up more dedication towards the craft of making a YouTube video. I don't know, riling up people. It's really not that complicated.
Zesty and other YouTubers, maybe me. I'd like to be involved, but we'd like to get Zesty...
Wait, you'd like to be involved? You'd like to be involved. So you don't want to... So you don't really want to... You don't believe in your own cause. You're suggesting things. You're preaching of urgency, yet at the same time, you have the... I'll admit, you have the balls to state that, yeah, I probably won't be a part of it. But you go do it. No, you go at it. And I'll try my best. But that's not what you do. That's not what you're supposed to do. That is not how it's supposed to go. But sure, go at it, GG.
I have some smaller TF2 YouTuber friends, and what his crew, maybe any TF2 YouTuber that want to help. I mean, I'm fine with getting them in this and us discussing this is what needs to be done. This is what I think we should do. Debate the logistics of, and we create a manifesto and we'll create, a united front that we can all mostly agree on. We might need a compromise.
That is the problem. You're only willing to listen to people who agree with your points or mildly disagree or might be, uncertain. You're not willing to, at least for what I noticed, challenge your own point of view, which has led to, spoiler alert, the downfall of this entire idea, this entire movement, before it even started.
Among each other, we need to come up with a solution. And TF2 cannot go down with the fight. This is what I'm saying. We need to fight. The fucking other movements were nothing bullshit. They failed because they were not willing to go down without a. We're not gonna let TF2 die without a fight. Are we seriously gonna let this game we've donated countless years of our lives to? I mean, seriously, no, we're not. We're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna fucking fight. And even if we fail, if 10 years from now this movement we really tried, we did everything we could, and we still didn't get what we wanted. We got chuds at protest. We did everything. We raised money. We did everything we could do, and it still fails. At least we can look back 10 years from now. We can say this was the chuds' finest hour. That's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around.
I see the passion behind this video. You do want to make a change. It's just there's something about it that irks me the wrong way. You just go the wrong way about it. There's passion. You seem to know what you're doing, but there's things that you just go the wrong way about it. And now, for the unscripted section, the critique, of the follow-up video. It's over. Zesty Jesus is over. What have you done, Goy Golem? GG, what have you done to Zesty? You ruined him. His internet presence is ruined. What is this thumbnail? Crazy.
あの兵士たちに意味を与えるのは我々だ。あの勇敢な死者を、哀れな死者を、 思うことができるのは聖者である我々だ。我々はここで死に次の聖者に意味を託す。それこそ唯一この残酷な世界に抗う術なのだ。兵士を怒れ、兵士を叫ぶ、兵士を戦え。
Sir,
You failed!
the second plane has hit the high towers. Okay, so I appreciate all the support I got in my last video. This video is going to be my final video on Zesty and most likely TF2.
Oops.
This video I'm going to discuss Zesty's response, because he did respond, the future of hashtag revert meet your match, and the future of my channel. But I just want to say I appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the fucking video. Zesty responded to my video. You can go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to read.
I'm gonna put these away. These are not gonna be important anymore. Yes, I did pick this moment for a reason. Alright, let's continue.
Read his comments. I'm gonna put them on the screen. It seems like Zesty has decided to do nothing, and I can't say I'm not surprised, but for the future of hashtag revert your match, the future of TF2, this is not good. This is really not good. I'm gonna piss some people off with this video. Not only Zesty's fanboys, but also the Zesty haters, because they're gonna be mad that I didn't go hard enough and bring up every bad thing Zesty has ever done. But in my opinion, that's just spiritually Israeli. Like, that's just.
It's not what? I didn't catch that, sir. Please repeat yourself. Also, why would the people that support Zesty, why would the Zesty haters be mad at you for pointing out everything bad that Zesty Jesus did? Okay.
Bad things Zesty has ever done, but in my opinion, that's just spiritually Israeli. Like, that's.
I think I'm gonna keep the subtitles because, what is this supposed to mean? Yeah, the same way that our boy GG appears to also not to have any script. I also am going to go completely freestyle here. What do you mean spiritually Israeli? What are you talking about?
Just spiritually Israeli. I'm not going to do that, but let's get into Zesty's argument. So first he says, I'm simply too controversial a figure to lead any sort of movement. That might be true, but no one has the clout like Zesty does.
Argument solved. You agree. But now really, I mean, the equivalent, I think, allow me to use a comparison. It's probably not a very good one, but basically what you did is grab like a handful, like a big handful of tomatoes, walked up to a tomato farmer in from middle of nowhere, walked up to him and said, make a tomato soup. Now, I want you, yes you, I want you, Daniel, to make a tomato soup. How do you know my name? I want you to make a tomato soup. Not your wife, not your kids. I want you to make a tomato soup. Now. Or else. This is a very bad comparison, I'm sorry. I just thought it was kind of funny. But, yeah. Also, I thought of this comparison on the first watch, so. I mean, you literally just. You might be right. But no one has the clout like Zesty. No one compares to His Majesty, the Chud King. Sadly, not the Chud Emperor, because the title has been taken already. But. I don't want to repeat myself. I already stated a lot of these things. You literally agreed here. Do not continue. There is no but. There is no but. There's nothing to discuss here. He already stated his opinion firmly multiple times. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But what he's saying here is that his involvement would hurt the movement's credibility. But the discourse around Quickplay
immediately. There would be a massive backlash and it would not go anywhere because, sadly, some people are insufferable, and you can't do anything about it.
Is already connected to alt-right chuds. It's already chud pilled, dude.
No, it's not. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. You're making it sound way worse than it actually is. Yes, there is a lot of, as you call it, chuds that support the bring back Quickplay movement. But at the same time, there is also a lot of less vocal people who also believe and stand behind the notion that Quickplay was a far more just fitting system, matchmaking system, than the current casual matchmaking system. You're making it sound, you're exaggerating it a lot more. Your echo chamber is skewering, it is distorting your perception of the actual situation in the actual reality in the TF2 community. Because a lot of people actually agree with the notion, like a lot of people agree with the notion that the casual sucks, but because of people that would not shut up about it and that cannot stop being so goddamn superior and pretentious about how much they feel more important because they know the right. You're just being insufferable. Where you know somebody is right, but you want them to be wrong. And sadly, Bring Back Quickplay accumulated a lot of these types of people. And chuds, I'm sorry to say it, I'm sorry to break the news, the diagnosis came out that a lot of the times you're pretty insufferable. Sorry. The second opinion is that you're also ugly.
It's already connected to the Chuds and Zesty. It doesn't matter, even before I made my video, it doesn't matter what we do. Discourse is already poison. It's like a fucking vat of acid. You stick your finger in it, your fucking arm's blown off. It's just...
Oh shit, I'm happy that we agree. Whew, for a second I thought I said something controversial. Apparently no. Whew.
Already completely tainted. And I really don't think that the hate... I think the hate is overblown. There are a large faction in the TF2 community that hates you, but the normies and some of these people who don't play TF2, they respect you and they watch your long form videos. And even on Reddit, they'll still post your videos.
They don't respect Zesty Jesus. They respect the notion that comes with the content that he creates. It's the separation between the creator and the message that he brings to the table. I'm showing it on the screen right now. That one comment where people really hate Zesty's guts, but really people just really don't like his face and don't want him to do anything to do with anything substantial. They really don't. And it's just, sadly or not, Zesty just is not the right person for that type of stuff.
So these people are sympathetic to you and your cause. And finally, it's just the people who oppose this movement. The people that actually oppose this movement. These people are these fucking these...
Oh my goodness. Dear Lord. Don't call them that. Jeez. No. Gigi, don't use that word. What are you doing? My man, my brother in Christ. Partner in crime. What is you doing? My man, don't use that word. That's not cool. You're making a fool of yourself. Don't do that. Don't use the T slur. Don't do the same mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't repeat them. What is you doing?
Redditors, these Uncle Dane fans, they could just be ignored unless they do a borderline.
Don't ignore them. Consider their points, evaluate them, invite them to a civil discussion, preferably a public one, so that there's a live audience that gets to, basically the jury. Everyone gets to, bring out something, get something from it, and a win-win situation. Don't ignore people, especially on such a touchy subject as creating a movement, a unifying movement in a surprisingly small and isolated community that TF2 is.
Criminal activities, which, you know the type of activities they've done and they will do, but the discourse has already been fucking poisoned. So it's just a neat point. So next here, Zesty says,
but it's not incurable. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. I'm gonna hammer this home. It's not too late. Just let people actually talk, and don't let people who insult each other like kindergarteners taint the discourse in a way where both of the sides don't get to have an actual constructive discussion. Why must I state the obvious?
I'll do what I can, making informative videos, encourage people like yourself to speak up, but that's as far as I think I can go to bring a meaningful shifts. Once again,
why so little faith in yourself? Why do you think that you can't do more? Why such a half-ass approach to something so urgent?
Again, Zesty has kind of decided to do nothing, and I'll get into a little bit why I think he's decided to do nothing, but what he's saying here is, I can support, but I can't lead. Everything, the TF2's been talked to death.
So you know. And you still decide to live in denial. Which is a river in Egypt, actually one of the longest rivers in the world. It's actually quite fascinating.
All the content has already been made on TF2. All that needs to be done now, all the content needs to be made about TF2 is a direct...
I'm sorry, I'm just... I really wanted to make that joke. I love it so much.
Call to action, telling people to do something, because there's nothing else to fucking talk about. TF2's been done to death. How many more videos is this?
And there will be more videos. Because TF2 is a masterpiece. Also, I will have to censor your language. Stop cursing. You do not need to curse. Come on, let's keep it at least PG-14, okay? No F words, and definitely no T-slurs. They're completely unnecessary. Also, there's going to be an N-bomb coming up. I already watched this video, and I will definitely cut that out. Not even censor, just straight up cut that out. But yeah, TF2 is a freaking masterpiece. A certain purple bearded person said that before. Godspeed, you lazy bastard. But there's never going to be too much TF2 content, or not enough TF2 content to make. Because when you have a masterpiece, you never run out of topics to marvel over it. Especially with such a vast and diverse community that we have. It's a marvel. Every single aspect of TF2 is a God-blessed marvel.
Need to make before something will change. Seriously, how many more videos, how many more live streams, how many more fucking podcasts is Zesty gonna make before something actually changes? No, all he needs to do is...
It's up to you, my friend. I leave the rest to you. I think that's the message that Zesty is trying to promote. It's just my interpretation, though.
Call people to action, say we need to do something right fucking now because TF2 is going to die. That's what he should fucking do, and lead a fucking movement. But there's no other videos. There's no other videos that need to be made. There's nothing else that needs to be talked about. And everyone who still plays,
that's where you're goddamn wrong.
TF2 already knows it is broken. Casual is terrible. It's broken, and Valve is only going to make minor changes unless you rake Valve against the coals. They are going to throw band-aid solutions on casual.
So let's rake them against the calls. What's stopping you? Zesty Jesus? No, he's giving you all of the tools on a silver platter. Go and do something. It's a call to action. Please. I'm repeating myself.
Anything. Casual just continue to get bloated. It'll break every fucking update. It just won't work. And the one thing Zesty has that if he leads a movement is he has reach outside the TF2 community, which 99% of TF2 players and YouTubers do not have. Let's assume Meet Your Match makes a movement. We're not going to have any clout outside of TF2. We're not going to have any influence outside of TF2. It's just going to be the most diehard fans of TF2.
She's just straight up untrue. No, like, fix TF2? Hello? Multimedia endorsement? Hello? Are we misremembering historical facts? Recent historical facts? What's happening here? I mean, come on.
TF2 trying to convince whatever TF2 community that'll listen to do something. I mean, what Zesty has is he has the ability to reach.
Compromise. 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 We need to reach a compromise. That's the only thing we need to do. We can reach one. It's not outside of the reach. We all the people that love this game can agree on a lot of things that, for example, casual sucks and that something needs to be done. So we just need to reach a compromise, something that we need to reach a certain amount of agreement, point where we can all agree on, something, a narrative that we all will follow. Just get together, listen to both sides of the argument, not get, well, I guess the correct word would be bigoted, and just listen to each other. We need constructive discussions to happen, or this is not going to go anywhere. We're going to get the bad ending, where it's just Valve doing the bare minimum because they're not getting any actual large-scale feedback on their product. Because that's what it really comes down to. Valve is not doing anything because we're not doing anything. Because of the vocal minority constantly spouting, nothing ever happens. Because yeah, plot twist, genius, if you keep on saying that nothing ever happens and you don't try to do anything because of that, nothing will ever happen. It's when we get together and do something that something happens. What a novel idea. Wow.
Beyond just TF2. I mean, that's the problem, is that we just don't have that reach. And that's why he has to leave a move. That's why I made my whole video. He has to lead it because he has that ability to.
We also have it. Just get together. Just get a couple people together that can compensate for one guy. Make a one high quality, high engagement, entertaining, well edited, well argued video, and a couple tweets, a couple Reddit posts, I don't know, TikToks, I don't know what. It doesn't take that much. It takes effort. It's not that much. It just takes effort. It's not witchcraft.
Reach beyond TF2. So Zesty says here, it's not a grift. I'd go down any other more infinite popular paths than TF2. I'll concede this point here that it's not a grift.
Also, he supported a lot of the movements that happened. He's been skeptical of all of them as well, but he's been supporting a lot of the movements and community projects. Just not in a direct way because of his face, basically. Because of what he's associated with. And that's why he's not leading anything.
But I will say that there's two ways you make money off YouTube. It's either A, you appeal to the lowest common denominator, or B, you niche max. And Zesty has certainly niche maxed. Is it a grift? I'll let you decide that. But I'll concede it. I'll be charitable here and concede it's not a grift. But what I won't concede is that Zesty just lacks convictions to put the money where his mouth is.
Would you like to know what his convictions gave him? Death threats. Doxing. I feel like he deserves to be left in peace. And do not undermine the fact that he's been consistently giving us tools on a silver platter for years now. He does not need to be a face of anything. Just him supporting, giving a thumbs up would be more than enough to propel any larger unified movement. He does not need to be the leader of anything, and he frankly shouldn't.
He'll make videos on everything that doesn't fucking matter, except for directly telling his audience or leading them, we need to do something right fucking now. And he thinks that he'll taint the discourse by him saying that. I think he tainted Lost.
First of all, N-word. Second of all, if you think that he hasn't contributed, if you think that he hasn't tainted the discourse, then I'll just have to say it. You're a fool, brother. Also, this passive-aggressive thing of constantly glazing Zesty Jesus, and then immediately turning on him, and then again glazing him. Gigi, what are you doing?
Fart and I'm dead. Holy card. No, but seriously, like, all the videos you've made, how would you rescue TF2? Critiquing the dog shit cosmetics and updates, which have provenly changed the cosmetics we get in the game, and the weapon balancing. All this shit doesn't fucking matter. It's a mute point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just caused in you making this video.
The real issue is the matchmaking and casual. That's the real actual issue. All these other things are secondary, and there's nothing, like I said.
I already spoke on that. It's one of the biggest issues. Continue.
There's nothing else that needs to be fucking said. But Zesty just lacks conviction. I mean, this is why I call him a fraud. Is he spends all this fucking time making these videos. I'm sure he spends hundreds of thousands of hours or how much time making these videos. But when it actually fucking matters, when it's
And they're excellent.
the 9th hour, when something has to be done, he chickens the fuck out. He bitches out. Zesty always bitches out. Something has to be done. That's why I call him a fraud. He's built up this prestige. He's built up this respect. He's going to do nothing with it besides continue to make fucking the same videos he's already made before.
Because when he bites, he tears, and people freaking hate it. People hate his guts, and he had enough.
There's nothing else that needs to be talked about. Now is the time for action. So he says here, I can't lead a movement. It's just too valuable for other YouTubers to attack it. Once they do, the game is doomed, and no one will ever try again. The game is going to be doomed if we don't do anything regardless. So even if the YouTubers do attack it, they just don't matter. They just don't fucking matter. But what he's saying here is if I...
Because nothing ever happens. Okay, I'll just stop. Let's just go.
I lead the movement, it becomes an easy target, and if it dies, nobody will ever try again. Well, let me tell you exactly what's going to happen if we do nothing. The normies are going to make some movement, some half-hearted movement. It'll be something like hashtag fix casual or something, in which they will do band-aid solutions for casual. They'll try to make some Frankenstein's monster.
A certain fishy fellow. Recent video, yes, I did watch it. I have opinions on it, but I will not talk about them today.
Of casual, when casual is fundamentally broken, we should just go back to Quickplay. But they're just gonna make some Frankenstein's monster of casual, and it'll just be terrible. Every update will break. The bloat problem of TF2 will not be fixed. And once that movement, they make that movement, and it accomplishes nothing. Maybe Valve does do some small changes to casual.
A certain fishy fellow in question.
Yeah, it's fucking over for TF2. So that's why we have to make an actual movement that'll do something. But like I said, these people will attack the movement anyway, even if it mentions Quickplay or Meet Your Match. These people think Quickplay or Meet Your Match is a alt-right dog whistle. They literally think Zesty is a fascist. I'm not even joking. They think Zesty is some fucking fascist when all he said was once. I mean, it's insane.
There you go. Oh my god, he said it. He said the word. He said it. He said the title. He said it. No.
These people are fucking crazy. And Redditors want to preserve casual, which, like I said...
Stop. It's not cool. You're just edging me against my consent. Stop.
It'll just go nowhere, and it'll break every update, and nothing will be fucking fixed. And what Zesty has done here, by not choosing to lead a movement, or lead his own movement, or not basically do nothing but continue to make videos, is that he's basically saying, yeah, I'm just going to continue making slop content that is just going to be consumed. But what else?
Slop. Shovelware. Low quality product. Just giving you the definition of the word slop. Just so you know.
What other videos?
Just in case. Just in case.
Videos does he need to make? What other videos does he need to make? Seriously, what else does it need to be discussed? TF2's been discussed.
I don't think you consider the fact that maybe he likes making YouTube videos. And that you should be making YouTube videos because you like making YouTube videos and not because you want to gain something from them, except for self-satisfaction for the craft, at least primarily, unless it is your job to be a content creator, but that's definitely not the case with Zesty Jesus here.
Death. There's nothing else he needs to be talking about besides we need to do something right fucking now. That's all that needs to be talked about. Or there's nothing else to be said.
So you throw a tantrum, say that because he said no, it doesn't matter, and then nothing ever happens. What else needs to be said?
It's just content at the end of the day. I mean, how many more live streams? How many more videos? How many more podcast episodes need to be fucking made before something changes? Seriously, how many more? Just keep making those fucking live streams, bro. Something's magically gonna change, bro. So, bro, what? Just one more video, bro. No, nothing's gonna change unless he does something. Unless he chooses to put his finger on the scale.
I think it just simply boils down to that. I mean, Zesty Jesus has the most subscribers compared to the rest of the sort of quote-unquote chuds of TF2. If anybody's going to make any difference with this game that's for the better, it's going to be him. If he actually has any genuine care for the game, then he'd be willing to do it. But he's not. He's willing to pay lip service, which is virtually no better than the hashtag save TF2, hashtag fix TF2. It's lip service at best. Now, I've been playing this.
I mean, not like he did any service for the TF2 community. No. I'm not here to glaze Zesty Jesus. He has his own problems that I could tackle on, but that's neither here or there. But it's just ignorant at best, or at the very least. Come on. I mean, just come on. Let's finish this.
Game since it came out on the Xbox 360. A lot of the stuff on my channel is at least somewhat related to TF2, and if it's not, I use it as an example. I think I know what I'm talking about in regards to what this game needs, because I've been playing it ever since I was a kid. I think Zesty Jesus really does not have the best intentions for this game at heart if he's not willing to do anything. I think it's as simple as that, ultimately. When it comes to being a chud, or the movement itself being associated with him ruining it, well, the reality is a lot of these terms, a lot of these ideas are already associated with people that Zesty's afraid of, don't like.
And that's where the problem lies. You're trying to make it about a very niche group of people and make it exclusively for or based on this very niche group of people, and hyper focusing on this very specific aspect of it instead of considering, you know, literally everyone else within the TF2 community, which is just a recipe for failure.
Bring back Quickplay is already seen as some kind of alt-right dog whistle for whatever reason. And whenever you bring up Quickplay on Reddit, or hell, I've even seen it on 4chan, you're seen as some kind of literal, like, actual neo-Nazi, completely unrelated in a video game. So I don't think it matters if Zesty is leading the movement or not in regards to it being seen bad by these people. They're going to see it bad no matter what, if he's involved or not. Like, ultimately, you can slip the pill in your cheese if you want. It doesn't mean anything. These phrases, these ideas are not going to get spread by a bunch of smaller YouTubers if it has to be.
So there you go. It doesn't matter. It would not have mattered. Diagnosis. Nothing ever happens.
Jesus. It's as simple as that.
My final point is that no grassroots movement that mentions Quickplay and does not explicitly mention preserving casual is already lumped in with Zesty and his crowd. No grassroots movement will get a large amount of attention without YouTuber support. It just won't reach beyond the most, autistic, dedicated people in the TF2 community. And nobody in hashtag Meet Your Match space has enough clout to reach beyond TF2. It'll just be the small fucking TF2 dedicated revolutionaries, and that'll be it. I mean, what Zesty has, what his ace...
Keep handcuffing yourself, buddy. Keep handcuffing yourself. Keep telling yourself that.
The whole what I was hoping to do with my gambit was that Zesty has the ability to reach beyond TF2. If we were able to use his clout, basically use his clout in order to strategically...
Thanks for admitting that you wanted to use him. That's really, really reinforcing. That's really good to know that you're aware of it, that you wanted to just use Zesty for clout. And that's it. For your own movement that was, may I say, grassroots. Dare I say. Damn, okay, no, I really need to stop the side tangents.
Reach beyond TF2 and actually make something happen, but I just think it's nearly impossible for something to happen without fucking Zesty. I really do. The real motivation here, what I think is the real reason Zesty won't do anything, is Zesty's afraid of being doxxed. He's afraid of being harassed. He's afraid of someone going to his house and trying to kill him, which I understand.
Need I say more?
Yeah, I really do understand that. But fundamentally, this is just about what you stand for in your life. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? It's a philosophical question. Would you rather die standing or live kneeling? I mean, I want to say something before I get to my final point, and it's that
TF2 is a goddamn video game, okay? At the end of the day, I love TF2 more than I should. But at the end of the day, it is a goddamn magnificent masterpiece of a game. No, I don't think a human life and their privacy is a price to pay to potentially help out a game, a future of a game that you love. Because at the end of the day, it is a game. If TF2 were to be taken down today, I would cry for a very, very long time, probably till the end of my days, and I would tell the tales, and the whole internet would tell the tales of TF2. At the end of the day, TF2 is just a game. It is more than that. I will not deny that, but it is, at the end of the day, TF2 is just a game. And it pains my heart to say that, but it is just a game. And I think Zesty Jesus has already done more than enough.
These fucking people who want to dox Zesty or dox anybody are just completely and utterly deranged. They're morally depraved, and if we had a movement and they did that, they sent somebody to kill Zesty, do you not think that wouldn't embolden people to do something, embolden our movement? I mean, these people are beyond deranged because they're doing borderline criminal activities that all this amounts to is a fucking video game. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, what I just said. Second of all, are you implying that you're willing to sacrifice, that you would be okay with, I will not say the words, but for Zesty Jesus to be sacrificed for a cause of saving TF2? Is that what you're trying to imply? I might be reading a bit too much between the lines. Or it might be just really late and my brain is really, really not functioning anymore, but
they're literally willing to commit crimes over a fucking video game. It's insanity. And I mean, that shouldn't scare someone like Zesty into not doing something. These people will go to prison if they do anything. Is it Zesty's afraid of being doxxed? And when it breaks down is
money laundering. Nobody's going to prison. Torpedoes. Nobody's going to prison. Multiple monetary scams happening every single day. Nobody's going to prison. It is a very small community. It is a very tightly knit community. There is a TF2 mafia. There are actually multiple ones. I don't have a source that I could give you right now, but you claim to be in this community a very long time, but you seem to be not aware of how deep that rabbit hole actually goes, my kind sir.
Would you rather die standing or live kneeling? And Zesty's decided to live kneeling, continue to make his safe content. No, I would rather fucking die standing. I'd rather Zesty or the people here die trying to save TF2 in one last fucking attempt. But Zesty decided just to continue to make his content, be a content creator, which is not what we need. We need
Then be the leader. If you're so urgent and so insistent, just do the Thanos and say, fine, I'll do it myself. And rile up the people yourself. Jeez, is it really that goddamn difficult? Actually, I know it's not that goddamn difficult, because all it takes is just a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, and again, effort. That's literally all that it really takes. A little bit of thinking, analyzing, management, and effort.
Someone who will lead a movement, and I just don't think it'll happen, and that's why I call Zesty a fraud. I think he's a fraud. Because he won't fucking stick to his guns. He's decided to pussy out, and yeah, and that's why he's a fucking fraud. So where do we go from here for the hashtag Meet Your Matchmate? What do we actually do now? I honestly don't know. I did my gambit. I did my one-time gambit that was going to try to attempt to reach Zesty.
A very weak gambit, may I add. It didn't state anything new, and the things that you were stating were pretty ambiguous. Mostly relying on Zesty Jesus, and then basically unsupportingly supporting Bring Back Quickplay. I don't think you're very good at chess, GG.
And it worked in his audience. It worked, but it didn't go the way I expected. I did awake the hearts and minds of the TF2 community to actually try to do something. I think I've woken, or to urge.
If you expected to have a lot of cloud, you succeeded. If you expected for the video to, I don't know, rile up people together and get Zesty on your side, then you must be either deaf or blind, or both. Because, as I already said, you did not bring anything new to the table, and you actively tried convincing someone who already stated multiple times that he's not going to be a leader of any movement to be a leader of a movement.
See, but did it lead to what I wanted, which was basically Zesty to attempt to organize and lead some movement? No. So where do we go from here? I basically say for the people who are really dedicated and want to try to do something, and I think they're still out there, is don't give up. Make Steam groups, make Discords, organize, plan. And for people saying, are you going to be the leader? Are you going to be Cincinnatus? Are you going to save Rome? I just don't think I can be that person. I mean, Zesty has 1,000 times more clout than I do. I only have a few hundred subscribers.
That's still more than like a lot of people. Most people on YouTube that at least I know, and I know the bubble effect, don't have more than like, I don't know, 20 subscribers. It's not about the numbers. It's about the research that you put into your videos. It's about what you're really trying to put behind your words, the actions that you take behind them, and the effort that you put into them. It's what you do to further your goal that you're promoting, that you're attempting. You can still do it. Nobody's stopping you. Why are you handcuffing? I'm repeating myself.
And I'm just kind of done. There's no more videos that need to be made. This is the only video. These 2 videos are the only videos I think really need to be made. And it's basically a call to action to do fucking something. It's this movement's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. I tried. There's nothing else I can do. Oh well. I don't want to be taunting you, but come on, man.
All beyond me. It's beyond me. I appreciate all the support, but I just can't do it. I'm just not going to be the leader. I mean, I don't have the clout Zesty does. It would just.
The only reason that you're giving for not being able to be the leader is that you don't have the cloud, which is not what it takes to be a leader. It's just not. You have yet to point any actual reason to why you can't be the leader of a movement.
Be an autistic circle jerk of people jerking me off, and I just don't want that. So it's time for everybody else to make their own, Discords and groups and do something. Attempt to do something, okay? Don't give up. I still believe we should hold the line. I don't think we should capitulate to this idea that casual. We need to debate with these people, these normies at least, that casual is not the solution.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I do agree on that front. Try. Do your best. Goy Golem, if this is your best, then I'm putting my flat hand to my forehead right now. I'm saluting you. You did your best, and you did mediocrely, but if you did your best, then I respect that. And I wish you luck in your further YouTube career as a content creator. Godspeed, you magnificent bastard.
Fixing casual, all this is bullshit. It will not fix the real issue, which is, it boils down to, there's no funnel to community server. Because I don't give a shit about anything besides there's no funnel to community server through the matchmaking. And if that doesn't exist, then, there's no more life that's going to be in TF2 past 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? But don't give up, guys. Keep trying. And I think I've made my point. And one last thing. Twerker's left this retarded ass comment where he said, "Bro, you're making weird. This is a weird video. I don't really get the point. You're making weird memes, bro." He's trying to moral grandstand. Twerkers, I've talked to you before. I think we're I've talked before. I think we're acquaintances, bro. That was a retarded ass comment. You made a video about a Fallout YouTuber who committed suicide. You made a video about a Fallout YouTuber who committed suicide, shitting himself. I mean, are we serious, bro? Are we serious to play that shit? Don't try that shit on me. Yeah, that's the last thing I'm gonna talk about. This is my last video on Zesty, and it's my last video on TF2. So now for the future of my channel, where are we going from here? I'm gonna make videos on basically whatever the fuck I want. They'll be chud coded. It's gonna be on video games, manga, media, maybe some philosophy, maybe a little bit of political bullshit. But that's basically what I'm gonna make my videos on from now on.
Right now, I'm just shouting out. I'm just letting his video run in the background. Yeah, go check out the rest of his videos, especially the ones in the future. Go. He seems like Gigi, you are a very passionate guy. I can tell. You definitely have what it takes to go far. Godspeed.
Stay for that. If y'all stay for that and watch them, thank you. But I'm not going to talk about TF2 nor am I going to talk about Zesty anymore. It's just a beaten horse. I'm just going to continue making videos, and that's going to be it. Thank you everybody for your support. Like, comment, and subscribe. And for the people who stayed at the very end, who made it at the very end, I'll give you a little bit of a boon. People truly dedicate. I'll give you a little bit of a boon. If you want to play TF2 with me, or the server I play on the Dixie Dandy server. I'll leave the IP in the description. I think we play around 6 p.m. usually most days, EST. So hop on and join me sometime. Play some TF2. But yeah, that's basically it. Don't quit playing fucking casual. Enjoy Dixie Dandy. All right, see you.
What does TTD mean and TND mean? I don't know what these things mean. Can someone define these things for me? I don't know what they mean. All right, here.
Well, that was it. Ending on a Zesty Jesus clip right here. Oh, That was a joyride. Well, now is the part where I reveal that this video was actually a very elaborate scheme to actually talk about how important it is to have civil discussions and being able to reach compromises. That even the most strong-minded, even the most passionate of people, if they put eye flaps on their own eyes, if they narrow their own vision and handcuff themselves, just basically handcuff themselves into positions where it's either this way, it's either my way or the highway, they're just not going to go very far. Specifically relating to social movements, public movements where collaboration and compromise, the importance of reaching compromises is incredibly important for these types of discussions, to be flexible and to be open-minded, basically. Just not closing yourself and being narrow-visioned on one target with only certain circumstances allowing for you to be able to succeed in this. I was not here to trash on Goy Golem, and Goy Golem, if you're still here, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for watching to this point. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you, Goy Golem, for first of all making those videos and for seeing room for improvement in yourself. So yeah, also, if you have some strong opinions regarding why bring back Quickplay is a good idea, or why bringing back Quickplay would be a bad idea, I would really like to have a discussion with you. And so there is 2 links in the description down below to my business Discord address as well as business email. Please don't be shy to contact me, because I would really like to know your opinions, especially regarding why we should keep the current casual matchmaking. Oh, and also, Goy Golem, hit me up if you're watching this. I'd like to talk with you. You said a couple times in your video to not be shy to contact you, but I didn't see any contact info in the description of your channel nor any of your videos, so go hit me up if you want, of course. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Remember, make sure to share this video if you enjoyed it with other people that you think might be interested in this type of content. And if you're interested in what the background behind the recording was this entire time, well, to those who stuck to the very, very end of this video, here it is. Goodbye. And I hope I'll see you in the next video.
Blame it on the goose, got you feeling loose. Blame it on the throne, got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the